Hi, I'm Giancarlo.
And I'm Felicia.
And this is a review of Viticulture, the strategic game of winemaking. In Viticulture, players try to fill wine orders from customers. In the box, you'll find a double-sided board. One side has the summary written on it for the first-time players, and the other side is text list for more advanced players. The board is split in half, summer and winter, and has a victory point track at the bottom. You'll get player boards, which has the player fields, buildings, crush pads, and cellar. A deck of grape cards, which you'll plant in your fields. A deck of summertime visitors, which are special abilities you can use during the game. A deck of winter visitors, which are also special abilities you can use during the game. A deck of orders, which are what players are trying to complete. You have to make this type of wine and this grade to get victory points and increase your yearly earnings. Some white beads to keep track of grapes and wine on your player board. Money, which is used to train workers, play cards, and buy buildings. And finally, wooden tokens for each of the 6 players. These have your workers and buildings. When a player reaches 20 victory points, the players finish off the year and see who has the best vineyard in the land.
Here's how to set up. Place the board in the middle of the table, shuffle all the decks, and place them on their spot. Give each player a player board, colored tokens, 3 gold, a Pinot card, a random yellow visitor card, and 3 workers. Place the player markers on the 0 of the victory track. Place the gray contract farmer on the 7 of the turn track. The first player will get the green grapes. This is the first player marker. You're now ready to start. Each round simulates 1 year. During the 4 seasons, players will do actions using their farmers. In spring, players will choose their turn order for the year on the turn track. Depending on where you place your rooster, you'll be able to get something, and this will also determine the turn order for the year. You can get cards, money, victory points, or even an extra worker. Once all players have chosen a spot, summer begins.
Now the players will take turns placing their workers on the yellow summer spots on the board. These will make you do certain actions. But choose wisely because some actions might be taken by other players which will block you for taking that action. Here are the actions you can do. You play a yellow visitor card from your hand. You can draw grape cards from the deck. You can give a tour to make some money. You can sell your grapes from your crush pad to make some money. You can plant your grapes in your fields, or you can build a building in your vineyard. Once all players have placed workers or passed to save some workers for winter, the next season begins.
In fall, in turn order again, players get to draw a card from one of the visitor decks. Next is winter. Here, players with leftover workers do the same as in summer, but with different actions. Here are the actions you can do. You can draw an order card. You can play a blue visitor card from your hand. You can harvest your field and turn them into grapes in your crush pad. You can crush grapes from your pads to turn them into wine. You can hire more workers so you can take more actions next year, and you can fill your order cards if you have the wine needed to do so. Once all players have placed all workers, the year ends. Here, players age their wine by 1, take back their workers, make some extra money from the yearly income, and the new first player begins a new year.
The building can help you make some extra bonuses during the game. Building these can help you win the game. You must also eventually make your cellar bigger to hold more wines and make better wine. You'll eventually make rosé and champagne to fill better orders and make more victory points. When you harvest grapes, the red and white grapes are put into the crush pads according to the number. Then when you crush the grapes, they go into the cellar, again according to the added values. When a player reaches 20 victory points, play continues until the end of the year, and the player with the most points wins the game.
It's a nice worker placement game with great strategy and easy to learn rules. The summary on the board and player boards are great to help teach the game. You really need to think things through when deciding your turn order and which actions you'll do first before the others take it. There are some cards that are better than others, and the luck of the draw can really put someone in the lead, but there is no steamrolling. Most of our games were close and no one was really left behind. You can even surprise everyone by winning the game from last place at the end of the game, if you can complete that final order. We really like this game and we think you should get it if you like this kind of gameplay. The production quality is nice and artwork is perfect for this genre. We're giving Viticulture an 8.5 out of 10.